Oscar de la Hoya, former boxing champion and current promoter, recently sparked controversy by criticizing Canelo Alvarez's performance against Edgar Berlanga. De La Hoya accused Canelo of avoiding tougher opponents like David Benavidez and Dimitri Bivol, echoing accusations from past critics. These remarks ignited debates within the boxing community regarding Canelo's future opponents and overall standing in the sport. Many analysts believe Canelo's focus remains on a rematch with Dimitri Bivol, a fighter who handed him a significant defeat in 2022. Canelo has expressed a strong desire to avenge this loss and prove his dominance once again. However, De La Hoya and others speculate whether Canelo is truly ready to face tougher competition, citing that he may be strategically choosing fights that allow him to maintain his legacy without risking too much. Boxing experts and fans alike have mixed opinions on Canelo's current form. While some, like Jeff Mayweather, acknowledge Canelo's continued dominance, they also point out subtle declines in his recent performances. Mayweather noted, "Canelo's still Canelo, but we've seen a little bit of a difference, not quite as sharp as the Canelo we saw in the past." His comments reflect the view of many that, while still one of the sport's top fighters, Canelo may not be as formidable as he once was. Despite this criticism, others believe Canelo remains the king of the super middleweight division. In his fight against Edgar Berlanga, Canelo demonstrated his technical prowess, even though some saw a lack of his once deadly knockout power. Boxing commentator Brian Custer praised Canelo's strategy and ring IQ, saying, "Canelo showed why he's the best at 168 pounds, but Berlanga also performed well. Canelo may not have the same one-punch knockout power, but he systematically breaks down his opponents." Custer's remarks reflect a belief that Canelo has adapted his style to rely more on experience and technique rather than explosive power, using his veteran knowledge to outsmart younger, fresher fighters. As speculation grows over who Canelo will face next, various names have been floated, including David Benavidez, Dimitri Bivol, and even Terence Crawford. Benavidez, known as the Mexican Monster, has been calling for a fight with Canelo for years. With his aggressive style and powerful punches, many consider Benavidez to be one of the few fighters capable of pushing Canelo to his limits. Promoter Eddie Hearn weighed in, suggesting that a fight between the two could happen if the financial incentives are right. "If you pay him the money, he'll fight Benavidez," Hearn stated, hinting at the complexities of negotiating such a high-stakes bout. Another potential fight being discussed is a rematch between Canelo and Bivol. Bivol, who defeated Canelo convincingly, has expressed openness to a rematch, though it remains to be seen if both sides can agree on terms. Canelo has been vocal about wanting to avenge his loss, saying it's his top priority. The question remains whether Canelo can overcome Bivol's size and technical skills, which gave him trouble in their first encounter. Many analysts see this rematch as a defining moment in Canelo's career, one that could either solidify his legacy or expose vulnerabilities. While Bivol and Benavidez are obvious candidates, a wild card has emerged in the form of Terence Crawford. The pound-for-pound king has been vocal about his desire to face the best fighters, and Canelo's name is on his radar. Crawford's confidence has added excitement to the conversation, with fans wondering if such a fight could be made. Crawford took to social media to issue a direct challenge to Canelo, tweeting, "Put me in the game, coach." His bold call-out stirred up enthusiasm, though Canelo's response was notably more reserved. When asked about Crawford's challenge, Canelo simply replied with no comment, leaving the door open for future possibilities but offering little concrete information. The potential fight between Crawford and Canelo has sparked debates about size and skill. Legendary boxing commentator Jim Lampley expressed doubts about whether Crawford, who typically fights at lighter weights, could handle Canelo's strength and experience at higher weight classes. "Crawford's good, no doubt, but against Canelo, size matters," Lampley remarked, highlighting the physical disadvantage Crawford would face in a matchup against the Mexican champion. This size versus skill debate has divided opinions, with some eager to see Crawford test himself at higher weights, while others believe the fight would be too much of a mismatch. Adding to the growing list of potential opponents, there has also been talk of a rematch between Canelo and Floyd Mayweather. Their first fight in 2013 ended in a dominant victory for Mayweather, and Canelo has spoken openly about his desire to avenge that early career loss. "It's not in my current plans, but if the opportunity arose, I'd love to remove that thorn," Canelo admitted. He emphasized that he is a much different fighter now, with greater experience and ring intelligence, suggesting that a rematch would yield a very different result. However, not everyone is convinced. Jeff Mayweather, Floyd's uncle, was blunt in his assessment, saying he has no chance, just like last time. He'd get his ass whooped again. This strong stance reflects the belief that even though Canelo has improved, Mayweather's defensive genius would once again prove too much for him to overcome. Canelo's desire to redeem himself against Mayweather might remain a distant dream, but it illustrates his competitive nature and willingness to face the best. Whether that rematch happens or not, Canelo's future is filled with intriguing possibilities. With Crawford, Benavidez, and Bivol all looming as potential opponents, Canelo is poised to take on major challenges that could further cement his legacy or expose new vulnerabilities. One of the key figures pushing for these high-profile matchups is promoter Alec, who stirred excitement after Canelo's recent fight by boldly stating, "Tell the fans what we're doing next. We're going for Canelo." This declaration fueled speculation about Canelo's next move, with many wondering if a showdown with another top contender is imminent. Alec's comment, combined with the ongoing rumors, has left fans eagerly anticipating Canelo's next announcement. As the boxing world waits for official confirmation of Canelo's next opponent, one thing is certain: his next fight will be one of the most anticipated events in the sport. Whether it's a rematch with Bivol, a showdown with Benavidez, or even an unexpected bout with Terence Crawford, Canelo's future in the ring continues to generate intense speculation. Ryan Custer, for one, is confident that Canelo will remain at the top of the sport for years to come. "You're going to see him in a lot more big fights," Custer remarked, reflecting the widespread belief that Canelo still has plenty to offer even as he approaches the later stages of his career. The anticipation surrounding Canelo's next move is at an all-time high, with fans and analysts alike debating which direction his career will take. Whether he continues to dominate the super middleweight division, moves up to face Bivol again, or takes on a smaller but equally skilled opponent like Crawford, the excitement for Canelo's future remains palpable. In conclusion, Canelo Alvarez's legacy is far from complete, and with the number of potential opponents lining up to face him, the next chapter in his storied career promises to be as thrilling as any that came before. Whether facing old rivals or new challengers, Canelo's journey is far from over, and the boxing world will be watching closely to see what comes next.